AzulSol Design is a software that allows you to design a photovoltaic system. It allows you to perform the entire process of designing a PV system, from the preliminary assessment of producibility to the realization of the project documentation. It is very easy to use, but at the same time can manage every detail of the PV system. With it you can design grid-connected systems with or without energy storage and standalone systems. You realize the layout of the system by working on the map and defining the areas in which the modules can be inserted. You always have the 3D view available. The layout of the modules is proposed by the program respecting the positioning options. Or the user can manually operate on the arrangement of modules and strings. Also, the arrangement of cables and devices is also proposed by the program, and the designer can modify it interactively, by moving the position of the devices or by modifying the path of the cables. In the 3D view, the entire system with the possibility of applying changes. By adding obstacles, such as buildings, trees, but also chimneys or dormers to the layout, the software can perform the shading analysis and calculate the losses due to this. Each obstacle is quickly inserted using the map references. The three-dimensional model created by AzulSol allows the analysis of the shadows on the PV system throughout the year at all hours of the day. The calculation of the irradiance on the area or the shading frequency distribution makes it possible to evaluate, on the photovoltaic system, the way in which the sun's radiation is lost due to the presence of obstacles near the system. In this way the positioning of the modules can be optimized. In addition, shadows evaluation points can be entered. On these points it is possible to obtain shading graphs showing the interference between the sun path and the obstacles near the system, so it is calculated the monthly solar access and the monthly irradiation with shading. So AzulSol proposes the loss diagrams due to shadowing. Using AzulSol, the user is assisted by a powerful wizard that guides the development of the project in every step. Starting from the type of system to be designed. Here a grid-connected system with energy storage. Identifying the location and the source of irradiation data. Choosing the consumption profile of the system user. The designer is guided in the choice of all parameters of project. From the definition of the layout to the dimensioning of components such as inverters, batteries and inverter chargers. Each step of the photovoltaic system design wizard leads to a properly dimensioned project, where the designer can choose the best solution to meet the needs of its customers. For example, you can obtain an estimate of the consumption coverage by modifying the size of the system battery bank. At the end of the wizard sequence, the final composition of the system and the preview of the system scheme are proposed. A project is then created, correctly sized, on which the designer can continue to make changes and variations using the powerful tools of AzulSol. The photovoltaic system is represented in AzulSol by the system scheme. Each element of the system has its characteristic parameters and can be modified by designer. For example, using the copy and paste we add two strings equal to the DC panel. Any change on the system will update the peak power and annual energy production, always displayed by the program. But now, however, the program informs us that the power of inverter is insufficient. Every electrical component of the system is verified by AzulSol. The component can be read from the archive or entered manually and stored to be used later. The program always shows the verification status of each component. A wizard is also available that automatically sizes all the electrical components of the system. Cable sizing is also managed and verified by AzulSol. Each element of the system is connected by a cable to the next element, and the program calculates power loss and voltage drop, highlighting when these values are not admissible. To simplify the sizing of cables, AzulSol features a wizard for wiring definition. Starting from the choice of the photovoltaic field, this tool makes the automatic sizing of system cables, dividing them by connection classes. All the results of the system project are shown with graphs and tables of data. In addition, AzulSol has a verification tool that monitors various aspects of the system design. The checks are performed on inverters, cables, batteries, electrical components and system. If verification is not overcome, this is highlighted by the program. AzulSol has all the tools to evaluate the convenience of the photovoltaic system with an accurate economic analysis. All aspects are considered: cost and maintenance of the system and possible financing, consumption and self-consumption of energy, energy sales, possible incentives, taxation. The electrical single-line diagram of the system is automatically generated. Some parameters are set for the generation, such as the arrangement of the diagram, the representation of strings, the size of print and more. So you can also edit the diagram, or print or export in DWG format. At the end of the project it will be possible to automatically generate the necessary documentation. The technical report and the economic report are immediately available. But not only that, the definition of each report can be modified by the user, who can also create new reports.